Welcome to this episode of Retirement Toolbox, and today we are going to go myth busting. We're going to look at the big beautiful bill and we're going to bust some myths. You may have heard that Social Security is tax-free now. You get a $40,000 deduction for just breathing. We're going to bust through that myth and what it's going to mean for your retirement. Myth number one, Social Security is no longer taxed. It's not true. Social Security is taxed as it always has been. But for people over age 65, there's now a deduction they get to help pay for those taxes. But it's not permanent. It's going to expire in 2028, and it phases out depending on how much income that you make. Myth number two, the new law means tax cuts for everybody. Absolutely not. The SALT cap, for instance, only really benefits people in high tax states, while the senior citizen deduction phases out with the amount of income you have. So all the different legislation for the taxes may or may not apply to a lot of people, and some people are simply going to keep paying taxes like they always did. The good news is, though, taxes didn't go up on you. The next myth, our tax brackets are permanent, so I don't need to worry about it. Permanent in Washington does not mean permanent like we think of it. Every 2 years, we have new government in Washington, and we have a $37 trillion national debt out there. One day, most likely, tax rates are going to be raised by another president or Congress later on down the road. So now is the time to take action. The next myth is a $15,000 estate exemption means estate planning doesn't matter. Well, first of all, that is only on federal estate taxes. What people fail to realize is a lot of states have a death tax or an estate tax that you still need to worry about. So in those states, estate planning is still very important. The next myth is that car loan interest is fully deductible. Well, no. There's a $10,000 cap. It is not permanent. It expires in 2028. And there's stipulations on which automobiles that you're able to do it on. So it may not apply to a lot of people. The next myth is I can skip itemizing because I get a huge deduction for charity now. You do get an above the line deduction now of $1,000 without having to itemize, $2,000 for a married couple. But that's hardly a big, huge deduction, and it's not going to make a huge dent on a lot of people's tax returns. So in closing, I want you to remember that a financial plan is very important. It helps get through this fact and fiction that you hear all the time. So if you want to schedule a 15-minute phone call, click the link below, and you can set up a phone call, and I'll be more than happy to go over your situation and see what facts and fiction apply to your situation.
Investment advisory services provided by Skybox Asset Management, LLC.